Hi class, Mrs. Lowe here yet again. Today we're going to do some factoring of special binomials, which are known as difference of squares. I'm going to show you that the formula works by factoring using decomposition, and then we're also going to factor just using the shortcut formula. So the formula for difference of squares, factoring a difference of squares, is if it's a difference of squares, it is able to be written as a squared minus b squared, and the two factors become a minus b, a plus b. The order that you write these factors does not matter. So you can notice in our problem here, 4x squared minus 25y squared is in fact a difference of squares. But if you don't recognize that, you can factor it using decomposition. The middle term would be actually 0. So if we rewrote this with a middle term of 0 xy squared, this is equivalent to the previous term, and then we can use the x method to split the middle term. I have negative 100 and 0. The two numbers that would multiply together give me negative 100 and add would give to 0 would be negative 10 and 10. So I will split the middle term using those two numbers, and I need to add my variables. My variables in the middle were simply half of the first variable and half of the second variable, so xy squared. Now I'm going to factor by grouping. I'm going to pull out the GCF of the first two and the second two, and I should be left with the common factor. So GCF is 2x. I'm left with 2x minus 5y squared. Bring down the plus. GCF is 5y squared. And I'm left with 2x minus 5y squared. So my two factors are 2x minus 5y squared and 2x plus 5y squared. So we proved that this is factorable using decomposition, and now we'll use the formula. So the formula says I need to rewrite this binomial as a squared minus b squared. So I'm going to rewrite this first term, 4x squared, to a squared. So the a would be 2x, and then I would square it. So the a would be 2x. If you square that, you get 4x squared. Then I'll write the minus sign. Now I need to rewrite this as b squared. Well, 5 times 5 is 25, so that's your 5. Y squared squared gives you y to the 4th. So my b is 5y squared squared. So see how this is written as a squared minus b squared. So I know what my a is. My a is 2x, and my b is 5y squared. And then I'm ready to factor using the formula. The formula says it's factors to a minus b, a plus b. So a is 2x minus b, 5y squared, to a plus b, 2x plus 5y squared. Same thing as we got here, but using the shortcut much faster and much easier. Biggest mistake people make is they try to factor a sum of squares. A sum of squares is not factorable. So if your problem said this is a sum of squares. This is not factorable. This is not factorable. In fact, it's prime. It cannot be factored. Okay, hope that helped.